Retirement. It's definitely a milestone that we all look forward to, right? But what if you decide to take that leap a little earlier than planned? Maybe take it at age 62 or 60, or maybe even while you're still in your 50s, right? How does that impact your Social Security benefits? Let's talk about that. I'm going to use this video, take you through the very basics, and give you some great things to think about if you're thinking about retiring early. So first, let's understand the basics. The most basic part of this is knowing what you have when it comes to Social Security benefits. That can easily be done by going to the Social Security website, ssa.gov. Once there, you can go to the sign up button or sign in button, usually up to the top on the right. From there, you can either sign in, or if you haven't done this before, you can create your own account. It's real easy to do. There's a lot of good information here, but the best part is it's all your information. It's not hypothetical or generic info. It's based on what the Social Security Department has on file for you. So, hey, listen, another basic thing that you'll need to understand is just how your benefits look and how you can turn on this income stream during your retirement. Social Security, it's been migrating to the full retirement age up to 67 now. This has been going on for a good number of years, and that's based really on your date of birth. Basically, anyone born in 1960 and later, your full retirement age will be 67. If you do the math, in only a few more years, the migration to age 67 for everybody will be complete, and that'll be everybody's full retirement age. So I won't get into the politics or the deeper math as to why this has been happening. That's a whole other video. But for the purposes of this video, understand that we're using age 67 as your baseline retirement age. So what does all that mean? That simply means that based on what you have put in, this is what you'll get out. So if you retire right at your full retirement age, you'll begin collecting Social Security at that age, and then you'd receive what they refer to as your full benefits. Let me show you in a hypothetical chart. This person is set to receive $3,138 a month when they begin taking their Social Security payments. A very important point that you need to understand here is that you have a lot of flexibility as to when you begin taking Social Security. You can take it much sooner, or you can defer it till later. But the timing is important because of what you see on the screen here. You're able to begin taking Social Security as early as age 62, which sounds great, but it has consequence. And that consequence is that you will not receive your full benefits. You will receive a lower amount. In this example, you can see that your payment at age 62 is only $2,155 a month, which is roughly only about 70% of what your full benefit would be if you waited till 67. And then alternatively, if you waited longer, deferred your payment to collect your Social Security, you would actually receive more. In this case, if you wait till age 70, your monthly benefit rises to $3,922, almost 25% more than your full benefit. In case you're asking yourself, why is this arranged like this? Let me keep it real simple. The formulas behind Social Security are based on what you put into the system and how long they need to pay you in retirement. If you choose earlier payments, then they have to adjust your monthly amount down because they have to adjust it down because paying you over a longer period of time is costly. But you have some control over this whole process because you get to choose when here. Nobody else does that for you. That decision of when to turn on that income stream is up to you. So how do you do that? This is just one of so many topics really where we as financial planners can prove our value to our clients because everyone's situation is so different. Factors like how much you have saved, other income sources you have in your life like pensions or rental properties, your health, your life expectancy, your family history, and your genetics. All of these things can influence the best time for you to claim your benefits. Why do all those things matter? Here's one example. If you don't need the extra cash flow early on in retirement, then delaying it could mean more money in later years. But if you don't have that flexibility and you need that money now, then it's really less of an option for you. A different example would be, what if you had strong cash flow right out of the gates and you have a health concern or something, or family genetics that kind of point to a shorter life expectancy? You might want to take your benefits as soon as you're eligible to at 62. Oftentimes people want to know what the break-even point is, right? In other words, how long do I need to live in order for it to have made sense for me to delay my payments? So here's a nice, super simple chart that looks at that math. Up to the left side of this chart, you can see that this is a measure of the total benefits you would receive over time. And across the bottom of the chart, you can see this shows your age. Now notice the orange line that's showing starting benefits as early as age 62. It's important to notice that that orange line has a shallow incline compared to the others. That shows a lower monthly payment over a longer period of time. So it's kind of a slow build. At age 67, the gray line shows a moderately sloped line, and the yellow line starting at age 70 shows a much steeper slope. Now, just for illustration purposes, I made 3 red X's up there to the right on top, which are representative of your break-even points. So what is the break-even point? When comparing taking your payments at one age versus the other, the question to ask is, at what age does my first option intersect with my second option? Each of these 3 X's here represents 3 different comparisons. Again, let me point out, this is just a hypothetical example. When you plug in your own personal numbers, your information will look a little bit different than what you're seeing here. The main takeaway that I want you to have here, though, is that you understand the slopes or the incline of these lines. The sooner you start taking Social Security, the lower your monthly payments will be, and the longer period of time it will take you to accumulate more money. If you wait till full retirement age, it's a bit steeper, and if you delay even further to age 70, it's the steepest growth simply because your monthly payments are much higher. Lastly, I want to point out that those break-even points that you see up there are only really several years apart from each other. So unless you have a crystal ball and you know exactly when you're going to die, you probably base your decision on other factors that you have going on in your life. I want you to understand that although there are many blogs and websites and calculators out there that love to give you a general rule of thumb when it comes to the break-even points, I really want to emphasize that what I talked about earlier, that it's your cash flow, it's your personal situation, your health, along with your genetics and everything. All of that plays such an important role in making your decision. This really is one of the most personal, customized decisions that we help clients make. Don't choose what your friend chose or just go based on what a relative told you. Find your best option. How do you do that? It's a good idea to consult with a financial planner, or at very least, use the Social Security Administration's online tools like the My Social Security site that I mentioned earlier in this video. Ultimately, that choice, this choice is yours. Remember that. It's not about the immediate benefits, but it's about securing a comfortable future for your entire retirement. At Stonehouse, we walk clients through this process all the time. So reach out to us if you'd like to talk to one of our advisors. They love talking about this stuff all day long, and they'd be thrilled to help you sort through all these details.